and they saw the videos. Instead of to ask the man, how come parts of River State was on lockdown? He said, I said, we are not part of them. IPOB cannot come here and tell us what to do. But I did. And they listened to me. They didn't listen to you. They didn't listen to you. Did they? You want me to send you the pictures and the videos? Please, people should send it on Twitter and tag him so he can see it. Pictures and videos of Iguacha, especially that idiot that went to a bank asking for the bank to open. And the bank said that we cannot open. There is an order, a sit at home. Send that video to Weekend to Channels TV. You know what I'm going there. Not you think if you appear so many times on Channels TV to impress your lover, Tambuwal, somehow they will believe you? Is that what you think? During referendum, you're talking like a drunken fool. During referendum, you only have one vote. Me, Nnamdi Kanu, only one single vote. Do you want Biafra to be free or do you want to remain in Nigeria? Simple. That day you cast your vote. Only one vote you will cast. You little demon. Idiots like you. After maybe 2 years, you come down there. Then it goes in here, if we don't get you before then. I say it out in the open. I don't hide it. You went, that as I've been saying, I want to go to Hague. I want to be tried in a law court anywhere in the world where all the facts about the zoo, all the nonsense you fools have been doing will be brought to public knowledge. That day, the whole world will know what you've been up to. Mad people. You remember there was a time even African referees were not allowed to referee any match because they are corrupt. As black people for you. I don't want to spend time educating Channels TV and the wannabe Hitler Wike on how Rivers was created, but I'll just touch upon it very briefly. Wike, I want you to understand that River State, go to Wikipedia. After River State, you will see a bracket. Inside it is Igbo, IGBO, for information. Maybe tomorrow you pay them to change it. You were created in 1967. 27th of May, 1967, you were created. Remember what I told you people about Children's Day, 27th of May. Some of you don't know these things, but I will teach you. Children's Day that you are celebrating coincides with the day that River State was created. That was the day that the Eastern Consultative Assembly gave Ojukwu the mandate to declare Biafra. That same day, the British intelligence got wind of it through BBC correspondent in Enugu. And Britain called Gowon and told Gowon what was happening and gave Gowon this advice. That they themselves, being the British, the best way they have used over the centuries to conquer people is by dividing them. Divide them first, then you go and conquer them. Divide and rule. And go on that same 27 children, as I told you, the reason why they call it Children's Day. People don't know how important 27th of May is. It was on that same day as they were deliberating that River State was created. That same day. Are you following? People didn't actually go to school, writing rubbish and talking nonsense about the Constitution and all that rubbish. I look at them and I laugh because they are not educated. They didn't go to school. I went to Government College, University of Nigeria and Nsukka. Of course, SBS, Iguacha, School of Basic Studies in Port Harcourt. I went to London Metropolitan University. We are well read. We are well read. We know what we're talking about. On that 27th of May, as British intelligence, MI5, got wind of the fact that the Eastern Consultative Assembly had granted Ojukwu the right to proclaim Biafra on the 27th, they told Gowon to divide Biafra. That same day, and River State was created. Weak, are you listening? Because you don't know history. You're a fool. This Rivers, I'm a Rivers man. Rivers man. How old are you? You're just like those shouting one Nigeria every blessed day. Idiotic, moronic set of people. A man is 80-something years old, older than Nigeria by over 20-something years. And I'm asking you, before you became a Nigerian, who were you? They cannot answer. That is one thing I hold against Nigerians. And I will keep on holding it until their shame will sink into them. Wike, I'm asking you, how old were you in 1967? Wike, I'm asking you. That was when your Rivers was created. And you proceeded to go and start stealing properties belonging to your brothers. Because you don't want the land to kill you. That's why you said you are no longer Igbo. Idiot like you. If some of you have been following the news lately, you will see that they said it has passed the second reading or third reading, their restructuring bill. In that restructuring bill, they are now proposing to create a new state called Anioma State, with the capital in Ahaba, which some of you call Asaba, of course, because you're ignorant, you're all products of colonial rule anyway. And they plan to add it into Southeast. Ahaba, Delta State, Anioma, but not River State, because Fulani is very lazy. They need to do to the rest of you what they did to Ogoni people. Then your eyes will open. By the time they'll be dealing with you, you'll be shouting and nobody will listen to you. Allow Wike to keep misleading all of you, like the idiots that some of you are. We used to have the same problem everywhere around Biafra land until we said, no, enough is enough. Wike, go on, created you, Rivers, 27th of May, 1967, the same day that the lies of Frank Opigo from Okrika, for your information, and a German was in Enugu advising Ojukwu. That same period, that same day, that same 27th, Ojukwu said, what shall we call this our new nation? After they had passed the resolution. And a German, I'm saying this because of this, Niger Delta, I'm a nation, other rubbish. I want you to listen to me very carefully. And a German rose up, Chief Frank Opigo, and said, the name of our new nation shall be Biafra. And Ojukwu asked him, why Biafra? Because Ojukwu himself, even a historian, an Oxford-trained historian, did not know. Frank Opigo whispered to him, not in here, I will tell you later what Biafra means. Do you know how God works? Ojukwu did not quibble. He did not argue. If Ojukwu wanted to dominate other people, if Igbos had wanted to dominate other people, he would have just said, this new nation shall be called Igbo nation, isn't it? But you see, these people, I don't know. They said that the zoo army is in Abao. They're looking for trouble. When they get it, they start complaining. Nigerian army is now in Aba, perambulating and patrolling, looking for who to kill. When the angels find them now and send them to God for judgment, you start writing rubbish. Now they are patrolling inside Aba, you cannot ask them to go back to the barracks and sit down because nothing is happening. As I was saying before, those zoo vermins interrupted my train of thought. That same 27th of May, 1967, that day is very, very critical, I'm telling you. As Frank Opigo and a Izon was telling Ojukwu, later on I will tell you why I recommended that the name should be Biafra. And the Holy Spirit was upon Ojukwu. God was, angels from heaven were ministering to him, telling him, listen to Frank Opigo. And as soon as Chief Opigo finished, Ojukwu said the new name shall be Biafra. If Ojukwu had domineering tendencies, if the Igbos wanted to lord it over every other person, to conquer them, I think Ojukwu should have insisted on the place answering Igbo nation, isn't it? That's pure common sense. As the Fulanis are doing to the Hausa people up north. Isn't it? Of course, Ahaba is in between. Ahaba, Asaba is Ahaba. The name is Ahaba. Go there. If you go to Asaba tomorrow morning, you see the name there, Ahaba. Go and ask the traditional ruler. The Asaba of Asaba. Go and ask him, what is your name? He tell you that. If you go to his palace, you wrote Ahaba. That's the name. Like Ahabi Meni. Who doesn't know that? Is it all this nonsense, these corrupt, useless Yoruba journalists are writing every day that you're reading? That's why people who are born in Lagos sometimes, to be honest with you, I don't quite see them as normal people, to be honest with you. I'm being honest. You know, all these people that grew up in Lagos and Kano, all these places, they know nothing in their brain. They're the ones that will insist. The name is Asaba. It's Ahaba. Go there to Ahaba, you will see it. As you have Ahabi Meni. Common sense, they don't have. They claim they're educated. I went to school. I have PhD. Do you know who I am? Whereas your brain is empty. You know nothing, absolutely nothing. Ojukwu adopted the name Biafra. As Ojukwu was giving us the name Biafra, christening us Biafra, according to the advice of Chief Franco Pigo, one idiot or somewhere called Go On is saying, I'm going to divide you. I'm going to create Cross River, and I'm going to create Ogoja State, and I'm also going to create River State. True or false? I throw like you. What do you know? You go on channels and you're talking like somebody that fell from a parliament that fell from palm tree. I throw like you claim you're a lawyer, you know nothing. Absolutely nothing. Your brain is empty. Absolutely empty. That is why a fellow man like Tambuwal useless to your backside because you're an idiot. You're a complete fool. You know nothing. I feel sorry for those you are deceiving. Poor students. You raise in the zoo, you go to NYAC, your brain is empty, you know nothing. Absolutely nothing. You don't know your history. You don't even know the history of your own village. We should start by asking, what is the history of my village? I know where we come from. My village. I kept asking my father before he passed. I kept asking him, tell me the history of Isama Faruku, and he told me. The soldiers are molesting people. Katrina Lang, where you're having your holiday, I hope you're listening. Channels TV, Yoruba journalists, I hope you're listening. That soldiers, Nigerian soldiers are in Aban right now molesting people. I hope you can hear it. When there is equal response now, you start writing your junk. That's why I said that a black man should not be a journalist. We lack conscience. Black people do not have conscience. That is why you give chieftaincy titles to people who are doing 419. People like Hope Uzodinma can come and become a governor of a state. In the olden days, people like him will be exiled or sold into slavery because he's a thief. 419, go on. River State was created. And in fact, I want to direct now, you claim you're a lawyer, and also Channels TV. Somebody should also email Channels TV as many people as possible the Willing Commission report of 1958. Because I don't know, is there anything wrong with your brain cells? You people, you animals in the zoo animals calling themselves Nigerians. Is there anything, are you sure your brain is not made of sawdust? Is there something in your brain that is stopping you from reasoning? I want somebody to send this very report, the Willing Commission report, to every idiot that calls him or herself a Niger Delta. Send it to them. Send it to them because the idiocy is becoming too much. This foolishness can no longer be tolerated. Send it to them. Ikwere, Eche, Ekbeye, Opobo, Ebani, which is Bonnie today, Orata, you know where is also in Ikwere land. They say they are not, we are from Benin, near the upper of palace, near his palace. Chai. Who did this thing to you people? Who did, I can understand. I know that black people by nature are very stupid. But it seems to me there are layers of stupidity. All these Niger Delta South people, it seems your own stupidity isn't comparable. I'm telling you. God forbid. Oh, no wonder the Sultan can come to Bayelsa and own over 30 oil wells. Now you understand it, don't you? No wonder. No wonder Danjuma owns, is it 15 oil wells? No wonder your land can be polluted and you can't do nothing about it. Absolutely nothing. What can you do? Nothing. You lament, you cry, and nobody listens. And they float NDDC. And their budget is maybe $1 million, and all of you are scrambling for $1 million. Whereas the Sultan of Sokoto preaching unity and one Nigeria is because of his oil wells in Bayelsa. And you're telling me you went to school. You're telling me you can reason. You are telling me you can think properly. Do you understand it? Do you understand it? Opobo, Ibani, which they call Boni, Orata, Ogba, Ndoke are all indigenous Igbo extraction in River State. It is called Rivers Igbo. I want you to go to Wikipedia now and type in River State on Wikipedia. You will see it. River State, the first bracket you see is Igbo, IGBO. People may wonder, why am I preaching this all the time? Because I grew up in the village. And in the village, you learn a lot of things. Not like in the township, where you learn nothing. You live in a yard. I grew up in the village. And there is a saying where we come from. You can only show me my relative. You cannot show me my friend, because I make my friends myself. You can't bring somebody and say, oh, come, this is your friend. No. If at all any of you have had the privilege of staying in a village, in a Biafran, typical Igbo village, Biafran village, for up to a week, let's say during festive season, what happens usually? If you can remember, if one them listen, intellectual, listen. When you are in the village, during any festive season, how many times have you heard your mom or your father say, oh, come, come, come? They will call your name and say, come. Come and see your uncle. Come and see your aunt. Come and see your cousin. How many times? Because they are all your relatives. That's the only people they can show to you. Nobody can show you your friend, because your friends you make yourself. Now you understand me? Going back to Wike and the Ikwere people, or some not Ikwere player, I don't want to generalize. After all, it was an Ikwere chief that was coming to see me when I was in prison. The delegation of people coming to see me when I was in prison, if you go to the archives of the people coming to court, anytime I have a case, they will charter luxurious bus from Iguacha all the way to Abuja. He's an Ikwere chief. Have you all forgotten? You have all forgotten, haven't you? So I am weak. I cannot make me to generalize. I'm not stupid. Who were the people that observed the sit at home, the lockdown yesterday in Rivers? I don't know the Ikwere people. Yes, and I'm asking you a simple question. So I'm not going to generalize. I'm not going to generalize. Now listen to me. Before independence of the zoo, basically before the 27th of May 1967, there was no identity crisis in Rivers. None whatsoever. None. I have said this thing to people many times. They don't want to listen. When I was arguing about the origin of the Igbo race, some people said they're anthropologists, they're historians, and all that rubbish. They were talking pure people. And I tried to prove to them that the Igbo race is comprised or made up of three distinct people. Three distinct, I said different people make up the Igbo race. They were talking nonsense. I said to them that the best place Because our ancestors were very clever. How you know where you come from is by the names you give your children or the names you give your towns and your villages. And they said, how did I come to that realization? I said to them, do you know that the last phase that came, the house of Ephraim and Manasseh, that came from the Harish region of Israel, the last migration that came, those that passed through Ethiopia, that went through Rwanda and all the rest of it, through Cameroon before coming down to settle, crossing the Omambala River and settling at Umweri and Aguleri. Do you know who they are? The Prophet people do not know. They were the ones that gave the name. They were the people that realized that the oldest people on that land are the Igbo people. When they came to a place called Agolo, they said that this is the road that leads to the settlement of Igbo people. They named it Agolo Ozo Igbo, which means Agolo, where you pass before you go to the settlement of Igbo people. Agolo, Agolo Ozo Igbo. Ozo means the road that leads to. The same way you have Akole and Ozo Akole. Ozo Akole means this is the road you use to go to Akole. I don't know if people are paying attention. Heaven. They are the ones that say this is Agolo Zibo. This is Agolo. This Agolo settlement is the road you use to go to where Igbos are. Agolo Esiaga Ebendi will be Agolo Ozo Igbo. I hope that makes sense to most of you. Now you understand. All of you fools claiming South. So, do you know that Aguleri people and Umweri can be said they're not Igbo? Do you know that? Do you know that Owerri people and Arotu can say they're not Igbo? Do you know that some parts of Umbise or Hoho and Dibeko can say they're not Igbo? Are you aware of that? Because the original people who were there can be found in a place called, we know our names are very brilliant. Ibuku. Hope you understand it very clearly now. You are following what I'm saying. I go back to the Willing Commission. The reason why we keep having this debate all the time is because our people are not educated. I'm sorry to say this, but our people are not well educated. That is the problem. If you can take out only 5 minutes, anybody calling themselves Niger Delta, I'm not Igbo, I'm Anyoma, I'm not Igbo. If you can take out only 5 minutes to read the Willing Commission report, white people wrote it, not blacks, then you will understand your stupidity. It will be staring you in the face. This from Wike. According to a Willing report, white man in 1958, way before, almost 10 years before Go On created or gave you your new identity. More than I'm reading the report verbatim, white man's report, Willing, because they complained. Everywhere you go, your man is there, in Iwacha, everywhere. We want minority. We want to be recognized. They call themselves minority. Is that correct? When Britain was tuning them. Because Britain wanted unrestricted access to our oil and gas, and the only way to achieve it is to tell Ogoni people, yeah, you see, you are distinct, you're different. Ever since they started telling Ogoni people that they're different, have they succeeded? The answer is no. They come to Ijo, hey, Ijo nation, Ijo, you're different. Oh. Have you succeeded in getting your resource control? The answer is no. They come to the upper land of Igbo, which is from across Imo River. Not minding there's a place called Obibo. They tell you, oh, they hate you. This South, Nigeria, they hate you. Look for one Igbo nation only. Don't mind them. And some intellectuals and the Fulefus will buy into it. They want to divide you to weaken you. You have forgotten that Ahoda people are Igbo people. Boni people are Igbo people. I want to challenge all of you now. You know, during the burning of the house of that traitor, that saboteur, called, do you know who was, go on appointed Dieter Spiff, the one they just chased away from his palace now, as the governor of River State. Are you aware of that? No, you don't know, but I'm telling you now. That man they pursued a few days ago from his palace. He's called Alfred Dieter Spiff, if I'm not mistaken. He was the saboteur that Gowon used to administer River State, to spy Ojukwu, understand? So they created natural saboteurs. You see this man you call, what's his name, Edwin Clark. Do you know why I hate him? He's a father, he's an elderly man. I should be respecting him. Is that not correct? According to our culture. Do you know why I hate him with a passion? He was a saboteur. They made him Minister for Information. That's how they roll. Janjaweed and their British masters, they gave them political positions. They now went back to go and convince their own people that Biafra is a bad thing for them to be part of because of political appointment. Are you following me? This man was sacked from his palace a few days ago. Are you listening to me? He was sacked. Do you know why he was sacked? I can't see people on. Go and watch that video again. All the people from Nembe, I think it's Nembe in Brass, Tom Brass. I want you to go and watch the video of the indigents of Tuan Brass in Nembe or whatever it is, removing the very corrupt king Alfred Dieter Spiff. They were all speaking a dialect of Igbo in a Joland. Go and watch the video again and again and again. Are you listening to me? People ask me, why are you doing this? Are you begging them to join you? Why did you reject Igbo only Biafra? I said to them, as Oriental Boras sang in their song Kabaka in those days, I am only identifying with my flesh and my own blood, the same DNA, the same heritage, the same value system. In a referendum, they will have the chance to reject me. Then if they do, I will respect it. That is their own prerogative. And forever and ever, we will make it as a law that is binding on every generation, that these are no longer your people. And I'm uphanding you. That's what we're trying to do. We are not forcing anybody to do anything. I am doing what the ancients did. If you see your flesh and blood, you recognize them. That's all we are doing. That is all we are doing. I will get to the case of Ogoni and the rest of them later on. But I want our people to understand this. The reason why they are goading you or forcing you to adopt a different identity is because it will be easier for them to control you once we are divided. I have preached this gospel before and I will preach it again. The only reason why they killed Ken Saro-Wiwa was because the Igbos did not rise up to defend him. That's all. The reason why they did not kill me whilst I was in detention was because of the Avengers. Not Igbo people. Of course, IPOB was formidable. I mean, blocking Gate Bridge for 4 days. Who could have done that? And people ask me, why do I keep saying I will sacrifice anything for Biafra? Because they sacrificed everything for me. Head Bridge was blocked for 4 days. Avengers came out. Mainly a jaw use. Came out to say we will blow up every Nigeria will not export any oil. Their number one demand was releasing Nnamdi Kanu from detention. How can I not preach about the unity of these people? Why won't I preach it? I hope that Wike can learn. Wike, I'm going to read the Willing Commission report for you. More than 98% of people who inhabit this area, it's called the Igbo Plateau of the Eastern region. Do you know what it's called? It's called a plateau. You know what the plateau is? Like Plateau State. It's a tableland, it's a flat land. If you cross Ngwa, once you enter Ngwa, basically, if you don't know, Udi Hills ends in Omoahia. Some of you that did geography, Udi Hills, the range of hills where you have hills and you have valley. Like if you go to Olokoro, if you go, there are hills, there are valleys, and other. It ends in Omuahia. From Ungwa, it is now flat land all the way to the ocean. That was why the white man called it the Igbo Plateau. It is in the Willings report of 1958. Channels, are you listening? Wike, are you listening? I'm reading the report for you. They are all Igbo and they speak one language, though, of course, with certain differences of dialect. There are nearly 5 million of them, and they are too many for the soil to support. They are vigorous and intelligent and have pushed outward in every direction, seeking a livelihood by trade or